Gillette Public Access Television presents North by Northeast, a news magazine about Northeast Wyoming. And now, North by Northeast.
Hello, I'm Jeremy Harder, and I'm here today with Trish Simonson, and she's here to talk about the 4th annual Suicide Prevention Awareness 5K Scholarship Walk Run. Like I said, it's the 4th annual, so this is kind of the 4th time I think we've talked about this. So that's pretty exciting that it's been able to continue. So Trish, thanks for joining me today, and let's start with kind of what got this suicide prevention walk run going.
Okay, well, unfortunately, it has started because we lost our son to suicide in 2015. He was 15 years old, and he was a 9th grader at Sage Valley. And we lost him very unexpectedly. As with anybody who loses someone to suicide, it's just, you don't ever think that will happen to your family, especially when you have a child who you really felt was doing wonderful on the outside, but obviously struggling on the inside. So my husband and I started approaching Mayor Carter, and at the time City Administrator Carter Napier, what can we do within our community? Because this isn't just our issue, this is a community-wide issue. And at that time, that summer, we had just a rash of suicides.
It was a really bad
It was
stretch.
a very, very bad year. And so we just kind of hit the ground running, and we decided, hey, we really need to start targeting the youth, because I think if you equip these kids with the skills they need when they're younger, they can carry them on through college, through adulthood, through their own families, and hopefully be able to recognize when they are in crisis, when their children, family members are in crisis. And so that's where the idea of the scholarship came about. We really wanted to give an opportunity for kids that are going through struggles to tell their story and tell how they got through those struggles and became the person that they are.
Yeah, great. Really over that time or this time frame, we've really seen some improvement and some good things come out of this.
I hope so. It's discouraging because you do, you never hear about the positive stuff. You just hear, of all the, the people who attempt or the people that do unfortunately lose their lives to suicide. And that is very difficult because we take it very personally. And every time that we lose a community member, doesn't matter what age they are, my husband and I kind of take that internally and feel like, oh my God, we're not doing enough. But, we've come to that point where we just realize we can only do what we can do. So, and hopefully we're making more positive impact than anything. So.
Well, no, I think you certainly have, and it's nice to see just the community kind of rally to it a little bit and stuff. So, talking more about the walk run, though, you mentioned the scholarship. How does that work, and where do the proceeds and all that kind of go?
Well, every year, Campbell County High School puts out a scholarship opportunity book. Unbelievably, this community, the area businesses, the coal mines, the oil companies, Burlington Northern, it's amazing. We give over $200,000 in scholarships to kids every year because of the generosity of this community and area businesses. And our scholarship alone has given $17,000 in the past 4 years.
Oh, wow, great.
To scholarship recipients. So what they're required is, each scholarship is different. They have a criteria they have to meet. Our criteria is they have to write an essay explaining their struggles and their obstacles that they've been through in their life and how they've overcome those obstacles to be able to go on to college and be the person that they are today. It's really great. We receive about 85 essays a year.
Oh, wow.
It's very difficult to decide.
I was going to say that has to be hard to dwindle down.
It is, because every year I say we're only going to give 10 scholarships. The first year we gave 20. The second year we gave 20. The third year we gave 15. And I have 10 sitting in my pile right now, and I have another 30 that I just can't. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm really hoping that we get a very good turnout this year, because I would love to be able to give more than 10. I always do. I wish I could give one to every kid. The great thing about this scholarship is it's not about suicide. It's about hope. It's about resiliency. It's about your inner strength. It's about being able to overcome hurdles that most of us in life go through. I mean, I don't think anybody gets out of life unscathed. There's not very many people that at the end of their life, they all go, wow, that was a great ride. I had nothing go wrong. And a lot of these kids are very amazing. They have been through significant health issues, injuries, family issues. Some of them, a lot of them do have the mental health thing, but we don't base it off of that. You know, so I think my most inspiring ones are even the kids that struggle with those significant health issues. And because I don't think people realize that along with health issues do come the mental health problems. And then you kind of have this stigma with other students because they're like, well, why aren't you in school? And oh, you're just faking it. And then they have to deal with medical, and then they're worried about the future medical costs of diabetes or you know, immune disorders. And so those are the ones that are very touching to me because most of those kids want to go into the health field and they want to make a difference. So
That's great.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's very difficult to narrow these down.
Oh,
so.
it is.
But
It is.
it's nice to see that you get that many too, that there's people out there that want to go further with their education and stuff.
Yes, absolutely.
So let's talk about the event itself then. Where is it and when does it happen and start at and all that good stuff?
Well, it's at Paintbrush again. Paintbrush has been always so faithful at letting us use their building. It's a great location because it's a exact 5K, the route we have. And the traffic is minimal, and so I feel safe with people, you know, walking this route. And so it starts at Paintbrush, it goes down to Synergy Dental, and then take a right, and then you go down to the four-way stop that kind of goes up right past up Sutherland, and then all the way down to the street where Pronghorn's on, and then you go up that great big hill, which is kind of a bummer, but you get rewarded by going down the big hill by Sage Valley back to Paintbrush.
That is a big hill.
So if you want to walk it, I don't care. Just, you know, nobody's going to judge you.
Well, great.
So yes, and it's April 27th. And then of course we have our late registration starts at 7:30. The only thing, we are doing something else different this year. We are not going to order shirts past the event. So if you don't pre-register by the April 15th deadline, which it says on the poster on the registration, we are not going to order shirts. Just because in the past it has been quite try to get those ordered and then get them delivered to everybody. So unfortunately, we've just had to make that change.
So make sure you pre-register.
Yes, pre-register by April 15th. There will be no guarantee for a shirt. So
good to know.
Yes.
And what's the cost again?
If you get a shirt, it's $20. If you don't get a shirt and just want to walk, run, ride your bike, whatever, it's $10. And then groups of 10 or more have gone up to $18. They used to be $15, but as I was saying earlier, with the shirts, the cost has just gradually gone up every year, and we just, you know, affordably, we have to raise the price. So, but the money goes into the scholarship fund.
I was going to say the majority of this money goes to the scholarship, so it's definitely worth.
Mike and I pay for pretty much everything except for the shirts out of our pocket. We pay for the advertisement, we pay for the posters, we pay for the registrations. Everything comes out of our pocket except for the shirts. So we really try to make sure that people's donations and sponsorships are going to that. And then we did change it up a little bit. 10% of our donations this year, not our sponsorships, but our donations, are going to the Hope Squads at Campbell County High School and Thunder Basin High School. Hope Squads was introduced several years ago. It's a group of kids that are nominated by their peers that they think they can go to about their problems, if they're struggling. They go to different schools and they give high fives to kids coming in the door, they give out candy, they talk to the kids in the elementary school. They're trained in QPR, which is question, persuade, refer, which is more like a CPR for mental health. These kids know when they have a kid in crisis that they don't try to solve it themselves, that they take it to a guidance counselor or you know, a teacher, somebody who can get that child help. And notify their parents and things. So the Hope Squads, I think, eventually is going to be a really great asset to our schools once we get it really entrenched.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the Campbell County Suicide Prevention Coalition. As everybody knows, mental health costs are about the first to go in the budgets. We have had more money the last couple years be put into those budgets, but it's still not a significant amount for what we are dealing with.
Yeah.
So 10% is going to be split between the Prevention Coalition and the Hope Squads. And I'm hoping that we can set up a mental health fund for people that can't afford it through the Prevention Coalition.
Well, that'd be great.
Yeah.
So again, just another reason to go out and support this cause. So, I guess let's kind of shift gears a little bit because you did mention a couple of the groups in town to help people, but what are some of the resources out there if anybody is struggling?
You know, and that is what's really great about Campbell County. I think we have a lot more resources than people have knowledge of, and so I think that's half the battle, is making sure that there is that knowledge. You know, the first thing is if, you know, you are in crisis or somebody you know is in crisis, our police department, their police officers are very compassionate and empathetic. You can call and have a well check done on someone that you love, someone that you're worried about, and they will go just make sure that that person is safe and not in a mental health crisis to the point they want to take their lives. The other thing is we do have behavioral health up at the hospital, the 5th floor. We also have so many counselors within this community. I never knew until I started working on this area how many counselors we do have available in this community.
Yeah.
We have the Kid Clinic, which is an awesome resource through the school district. They work on a sliding fee scale, whatever your income is. They work with you on that. They have amazing counselors up there, doctors. So the Kid Clinic is awesome for people. And even now, like the city of Gillette has taken on the QPR. The Campbell County School District has taken on QPR. Campbell County Hospital, county government. So most everybody should be educated in the QPR.
Yes.
So, you know, that alone is a resource, because a lot of times people just need to tell somebody that they're feeling bad. They're not necessarily suicidal, but they just need somebody to help them get over that hump. And so we are very fortunate. And then our Prevention Coalition, Ashley Whistler, works tirelessly at providing services in the community, and our budget has been increased with the coalition. So we are able to get advertisement out and brochures and things like that. And public health is also a good resource. It's free. You can go in there and they have information. They can direct you to where to go. They have nurses you can talk to. So really, we're very fortunate.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we definitely have a lot of resources, and like I said, especially in the last few years, like I said, the community's really rallied around this cause and tried to help and provide as much as we can. So.
Yeah, and the text number, we have the text YO 141141, and that's amazing to be able to text someone who's trained to help someone who's in crisis.
Yeah.
So
great. And then, so I guess to kind of wrap it up again, let's run through when it is, where it is, and then also I know you mentioned a website and stuff. So if somebody wants more information, where can they go for all that?
Yes. Well, we have a website now, ksproject.com.
Okay.
You can go on there and you can check out pictures of past races.
Oh, nice.
There's a spot where you can just donate if you can't make it to the race.
Okay.
And then also the registration's on there. So you just click on there. It tells you can go to PayPal and you'll pay for your shirt and then go back and submit your registration. And then there's also a QR code on the registration sheets. So if you don't want to worry about filling it out and mailing it to me, there's a QR code on the poster. You just scan it. So we really tried to go techie this year in hopes of getting a better turnout and getting people to register before that late registration. So, and again, it's April 27th at Paintbrush Elementary School. Late registration starts at 7:30, and then 8 o'clock till 8 o'clock, yes.
Okay.
And then 8:30, the runners will start. 8:40, the walkers will start. There'll be people holding inspirational messages around the whole route. And there also will be some beautiful rocks painted along the way with inspiring words that people can pick up and take home with them or leave them for someone else to find. It's a very inspiring race. It's not sad. It's very inspiring. It's happy. There's fun music.
Nice.
Yeah, so.
And this is also something for anybody. I mean, the whole
Absolutely.
family, you know, it's not just adults, it's not kids, it's everybody can
Yep,
go on this. So.
absolutely. You can ride your bike. We had kids riding their scooters.
Mm-hmm.
You can bring your dog as long as you pick up after them and they don't bite.
Yeah, well behaved.
And they have their rabies shot. So,
Perfect.
yes, all walks of life.
Yeah. So again, make sure you check out this event if you haven't in the past, or if you have, make sure you do it again, and just check out those other resources if you can't make the race on the website and donate.
Yes.
And
And we're also on Facebook.
Okay.
Gillette's Project Semicolon. You can go on Facebook and you can download the poster. You can download the registration form. So I'm doing everything I can to make it easier on people.
Well,
So
good.
yeah.
Well, thank you again, Trish, for coming in today, and I'm hoping for good weather for you.
Yes, me too. Thank you so much.